Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and gives this video a thumbs up. In a recent interview, the Golden Bachelorette winner Chock Chapple revealed an unnerving relationship update that has me wondering if he was sending a message to Joan Vassos. Chock, 61, is from Wichita, Kansas, and appeared on season 1 of The Golden Bachelorette as a divorced and semi-widow. He piqued the ultimate interest of the season's lead, Joan, 62, from Maryland, who handed him her final rose during the season finale. The couple departed Tahiti engaged, but they have yet to marry because they are working out a slew of difficult relationship logistics. The first season of The Golden Bachelorette began filming in July 2024 and aired between mid-September and mid-November 2024. Joan and Chock were only able to publicly announce their engagement after the season's outcome was revealed. Since then, I've noted that the couple has seized the opportunity to capitalize on their celebrity by creating successful influencer careers. However, I've witnessed them struggle to navigate their long-distance relationship, integrate their families, and prioritize what's important, leading me to believe Chock was giving Joan a direct clue in his latest interview. He went on to say, "Because I don't want children to be sad, and I don't want that for myself. But I look at it from an unselfish perspective. I want that individual to be happy." While I believe Chock is in love with Joan, I believe his remark was intended for Joan, who sat stone-faced as Chock expressed his thoughts. What I interpreted from Chock's words was that he wants Joan to be with him, but she must fit into his life. To me, this ties into the bigger dynamics between Joan and Chock, which are cause for concern, as Joan has made the biggest sacrifices to be with Chock. Joan has been devoting a lot of attention and time away from her family to make her relationship with Chock work. Joan initially planned to spend equal time with Chock in their various states, with a common home base in New York City. However, Joan's ambitions for NYC appear to have come to a halt, and I note that she has spent more time in Kansas and on holiday with Chock than with her family. Joan is stretched thin, and I don't believe Chock is in the same situation. Regarding Chock's comments about needing Joan to want to be with him, I believe he was conveying a gaslighting message that he would be happy without her and that she needed to keep showing up for him in order for him not to go. It's evident that the couple is in love, but I believe it comes with restrictions for Chock. I was disturbed by his interview remarks because I now believe Joan has to continue fitting better into Chock's life than he has with hers. Joan originally stated on The Golden Bachelorette that she wanted a man who would fit into her lifestyle and family, and that she would not change her mind, but she has done a 180 and is the one making the most concessions in the relationship. I've detected a troubling trend between Joan and Chock. They enjoy painting a bright picture on social media and going out of their way to highlight the positive elements of their relationship, but I don't think it comes across as credible. Given the rising basic concerns that threaten the couple's sustainability, I can't believe that everything is well between them, and the interview between Chock, Joan, and the relationship experts revealed a visible crack to me. I believe Joan and Chock are disguising their relationship troubles and making every effort to present a positive image. Chock could have been referring hypothetically about him and Joan's chances of not working out on the show, but I see it as their current situation. It's evident that Joan and Chock, the Golden Bachelorette couple, want to make their relationship work, but I view it as coming at a significant cost in terms of confusion, uncertainty, and now warnings. I want Joan and Chock to be happy, but I can tell they're overwhelmed. When Chock Chapple spoke in that recent interview, it wasn't just words, it was a signal. A cautious, calculated broadcast to the one person who mattered most, Joan Vassos. Those of us who followed their journey from the glossy dreamscapes of The Golden Bachelorette to the rocky shores of real life know that between the fairy tale and reality lies a canyon of doubt, filled with sacrifices, second-guessing, and unresolved tension. Chock, at 61, was the quintessential good guy, rugged, earnest, and blessed with a Midwestern sensibility that seemed, at first glance, to mesh beautifully with Joan's gracious warmth. Joan, 62, from Maryland, radiated a quieter strength, tempered by years of raising a family, enduring loss, and carefully rebuilding her life. Their season of The Golden Bachelorette, which began filming in July 2024, unfolded like a Hallmark movie, breathless getaways, laughter under Tahitian sunsets, whispered promises. Millions of viewers, myself included, watched Joan hand her final rose to Chock, tears streaming down her face, her voice trembling with emotion. They were, for a moment, the personification of hope. Once the final rose ceremony aired in November 2024 and the world learned of their engagement, reality crashed in. Joan and Chock found themselves adrift in the tricky waters of long-distance love. With Joan based in Maryland, tethered by her children and grandchildren, and Chock rooted in Kansas, the logistics of love became more than an inconvenience, they became an existential threat to their relationship. Initially, they plotted an ambitious plan, split time between Maryland, Kansas, and a new, neutral city, New York. It sounded glamorous. Practical even. A nod to the life of influencers, perhaps, who can live anywhere with Wi-Fi and a good lighting ring. Joan, ever the optimist, dove in headfirst. She shifted her life's center of gravity, spending weeks at a time with Chock in Kansas, sacrificing precious moments with her growing family back home. Holidays, birthdays, simple Sunday dinners, all spent away from Maryland. Meanwhile, Chock maintained his routines, his home, his comfort zone, expecting Joan to fit neatly into the grooves of his well-worn life. So when Chock said in his interview, "Because I don't want children to be sad, and I don't want that for myself. But I look at it from an unselfish perspective, I want that individual to be happy," the words rang heavy with implication. On social media, Joan and Chock still presented a united front. Glossy photos on white sand beaches, laughing selfies during hiking trips, joint brand endorsements for everything from protein powders to cruise lines. But those who paid attention noticed the small tells, the slightly delayed responses in Instagram lives, the way Joan often seemed to defer to Chock in interviews, the subtle defensiveness in her posts when fans questioned their relationship's authenticity. Behind the scenes, the tension grew. Chock, still rooted deeply in Kansas culture and expectations, wanted Joan to blend seamlessly into his world. He valued his community, his familiar routines, and while he welcomed Joan into that space, it was clear he expected her to make the majority of the adjustments. Meanwhile, Joan wrestled with guilt. Guilt over missing milestones with her family. Guilt over putting her needs second. Guilt over feeling like a guest star in Chock's life rather than a full partner. Adding to their stress was the relentless public scrutiny. Fame had been a double-edged sword. Their influencer careers flourished, deals rolled in, sponsorships multiplied, but at what cost? Every move was dissected. Every public appearance, every cryptic caption, every missed family event by Joan or solo sighting of Chock sparked 1,000 theories online. Was Joan too accommodating? Thanks for watching. If you likes this video, do not forget to subscribe to my channel and do not miss any update.